Hi, I'm Vincent Gregory, and I want to welcome you to my campaign to represent Michigan's 14th District as your next United States Congressman. As you know, our current Congressman, Gary Peters, is running to fill the U.S. Senate seat vacated by Senator Carl Levin, who is retiring. Gary has served the district well, and I know we are all grateful for his service and dedication. I wish Congressman Peters the best of luck, and I look forward to working with him when he is our junior senator in Washington. I'm proud to have my wife of 35 years, Yvonne, by my side. She has supported me during my career serving the communities of Oakland County, Wayne County, and the state of Michigan. Also my children and their spouses, and my amazing grandchildren. Without the love and support of my family, this next step in my journey as a public servant would not be possible. Friends, our district needs a congressman that will fight to ensure that the Affordable Care Act is fully funded, fully implemented, and delivers on the promise of protecting Americans from the skyrocketing cost of health care. Like many of you, the availability and cost of good health care has had a very personal impact on me and my family. I grew up in a house on Benton Street in the historic Black Bottom neighborhood of Detroit, which was paved over to build I-75. In the late 1950s, when I was 5 years old, my mother became ill with cancer. My dad, a UAW member, worked on the line at Ford. He couldn't afford to stop working to support his young family, so as was the common practice then, my mom was placed in a nursing home where she was cared for until she died at the age of 38. But this wasn't the only experience that formed my views on our healthcare system. My son Vincent Jr. was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis at age 21. He was in and out of the hospital and nursing care facilities after he lost use of his legs. Vincent had a pre-existing condition. The MS made it impossible to get health care insurance, and without proper care, it was difficult for Vincent to find a job. We lost Vincent 3 years ago when he was just 36 years old to complications from his MS. Under the Affordable Care Act, my mother and son would have had affordable health insurance regardless of their pre-existing conditions. I believe that working families should not have to face the heartbreaking struggle of being caught in the impossible situation of being unable to get health insurance. The provisions would have helped my son and countless others like him. It's important that the Affordable Care Act is fully implemented and fully funded. This is important for the future of all Americans. As we start 2014, the bigger parts of the Affordable Care Act are set to be implemented, but the Republican-controlled Congress is set to derail that progress. I want to go to Washington to work for Southeast Michigan. Our Democratic leaders in Washington have done an outstanding job. As your congressman, I will continue to work across the partisan divide and be a strong public policy advocate. I will continue to fight for the Affordable Care Act and to make it a better law for seniors, families, and our young people. I will fight for good, high-paying jobs across all sectors, manufacturing, technology, and our thriving service industries. I want to make sure everyone has a chance to earn a living wage so our children can live and raise their families here. I will fight every day for strong policy so our children and grandchildren don't have to go out of state to find good-paying jobs elsewhere. My first full-time job was working on the line at Ford. I know the challenges of working families face in making ends meet, paying the bills on time, and taking care of their kids. As a Vietnam veteran who saw service in country as a United States Marine, I want to make sure that our armed forces have the tools they need to protect our country. Our returning veterans who proudly served our nation in Iraq and Afghanistan deserve the kind of services they need in order to be successful in our society. I served as a Wayne County Sheriff's Deputy for 29 years. I know the realities these men and women face who keep our neighborhoods safe and communities strong. As your congressman, I will fight for grants and resources to better fund public safety. I was elected and served as a county commissioner, state representative, and now state senator. I know the inner workings of government, and I've had success in reaching across the aisle, setting differences aside to pass legislation to help our citizens. And I want to ensure the diverse communities of the 14th District get their fair share of federal grants and other aids. We will leave no dollar on the table in Washington. I want you to know that I will proudly serve all of the communities of the 14th District and will be responsive to all their concerns. From the children of Pontiac, who deserve a great education and all the opportunities that will come to them, to the young families of West Bloomfield, Farmington Hills, and Southfield, who want strong communities with good services, to the dreamers and doers in the city of Detroit, who in the midst of one of Detroit's darkest hours are rebuilding a vibrant city that will rise again. To all those and many more who feel Congress needs to change, needs to work together, needs to be a productive partner and not a political sideshow, join me on this campaign. I will go to Washington with a mission to work tirelessly with all sides, carve out great public policy that impacts the many and not the few special interests, and to continue providing a high level of committed service to the people of Southeast Michigan. Working together, we can accomplish great things. I'm Vincent Gregory, and I'm running for U.S. Congress in Michigan's 14th District. This message was paid for by Vincent Gregory for Congress.